Welcome back for another adventure of just David and Alex.
Well, actually,
Still
Alex,
going.
Alex,
Huh?
we have a special guest today.
Is it your Claire?
No, it's not.
Is it your cousin?
So, no, so you're gonna have to change it over to the three screen thing.
Oh my
The three,
goodness. It's a special
and let me,
guest. I didn't even
yeah,
know
let me
about
message
this.
them to join us.
All right. Who is it?
Let me know when she set up the screen.
Well, okay. Let me set up. All right. Now I gotta go to three buds. Sorry, guys. All right, I set it up. Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, you and your podcast.
Should have known.
It's me, Nathan.
Hello, brother.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing?
Good, good. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear
we can
you.
hear you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You got an image or no?
I thought I did. Should I do the background the same as you guys?
Yeah, sure.
We're just waiting for Nathan to put his screen on.
Hey, there he is.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I decided to ask Nathan to join us, just because
Yeah,
you know
good to be here.
to get more thoughts.
Sure, that's fine. Would you ask him?
When did I ask you, Nathan? I think I asked you like on
Uh,
Tuesday or something.
yeah. It was pretty early in the beginning of the week.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
What
definitely
a
planned it out a
surprise.
little.
Yep,
Yeah, good surprise, I hope.
sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. Who wants to do the intro? Alex wants to do the intro.
I always want to do the intro, David. No, not really. That's fine. Okay. I should have been reading this when Nathan was telling me how to do Audacity. All right. Well, we already said welcome. We got Nathan. I'll just go into it then.
All right.
Because I was like, no, this is not the starting point. This is the pause point. This is the resume point.
This is our flashpoint.
Paradox.
Yeah.
Okay. So, worlds collide when the Flash uses his superpowers to travel back in time to change the events of the past. However, when his attempt to save his family inadvertently alters the future, he becomes trapped in a reality in which General Zod has returned, threatening annihilation. With no other superheroes to turn to, the Flash looks coax? Coax. Okay. Let me do that. The Flash looks to coax a very different Batman out of retirement and rescue him an imprisoned Kryptonian, albeit not the one he's looking for. Ooh.
Yes, claps all around.
Yes, claps. Now, Nathan, you just saw this today.
I did, Alex.
You did, yes, brother.
Before we start off, does anyone know how much the movie's made? Because it's now in week 2, right?
Honestly, David, we always talk about this, but we never have the answer ready.
Hey! I'm looking it up right now. All right, give me a second.
Sure.
I'm pulling it up. Okay, so far, week 2. So the budget originally was like 200 to 220 million.
Yeah.
Box office currently is made 210.9 million. So it technically is still, because I think I read that it's now like third this week in the box office compared to like Elemental and Across the Spider-Verse.
I mean, Across the Spider-Verse is like what, number one?
Yeah, right now.
I hope so, yeah.
This week.
I could see it.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, Nathan, continue.
So,
Yeah, I mean, the movie was really good. I liked it. I felt like there was like a bit too much CGI. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like in
I
the
felt the
beginning,
same.
yeah, in the beginning,
I
like
do feel like
Batman,
yeah.
when he was like on the motorcycle, it felt like underneath the mask wasn't Ben Affleck. It was just like a deep fake.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
so one thing I did notice is that with Ben Affleck Batman, he didn't use a voice changer. He just deepened
Yeah,
his
I noticed that
voice.
too. He just lowered his voice like how Christian Bale. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he's not as bad as Christian Bale's, but
But yeah,
He's,
it's a little
made
bit
it more
throaty.
gravelly. Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, David and we saw it opening weekend, and David saw it the day before we saw it with his girlfriend.
Oh, so David got double down on
He
it.
had a double.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, I enjoyed it enough to watch it twice. So.
I mean, I forced them.
But yeah, Nathan, continue with your thoughts.
Yeah. I definitely. I don't know. There's some pros and cons that I thought. I definitely felt like there wasn't enough like fighting with like Zod, and it felt like really fast paced.
Yeah.
But I also really liked the music. The music that they had when like both were. Are we allowed to do spoilers?
Not yet.
Is this do I have to
go
do
into
a
spoilers
spoiler
in a bit.
warning?
Right now it's just
Okay.
Yeah, just
whatever's in the
general
trailer is
thoughts.
fine.
Yeah.
But the trailer made it look really good.
I know it did. So
Yeah.
we'll just go with the general thoughts, like David was saying. Then we'll get into spoilers later.
My general thought, I would give it 6.5 out of 10. I would probably see it again, but I wouldn't buy it.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like the way they had like Ezra Miller interact with his younger self, I don't know. It felt weird, but no one can beat that TV show Barry Allen.
Honestly, I prefer this Barry Allen over the TV show Barry Allen. I
Really?
just feel like because the TV show Barry Allen is just too CW for me because it is CW, but it's just like too melodramatic. Yeah, I mean, they're both good in their own, their own right, but I do feel like this version was like it was perfect for the big screen, whereas I do feel like the CW Barry Allen wouldn't translate well to me.
I think we should give him a shot at least.
I know they for like TV shows and like that, they always make it more like dramatic and
Yeah.
they gotta CW it up.
It's because it's like multiple seasons, so it's like, what else are they gonna do? Drama really is the key here for TV shows.
But also, it's CW. It's
CW.
always going to lean into that teen drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not Teen Wolf, so.
Yeah, but Teen Wolf wasn't on CW.
No,
that was on MTV.
TV, yeah. But I'm just saying, it's not that teenage. That.
But also, they
lean
did
that
make a
far
Teen
into
Wolf
it.
movie, and that did not do well. But we're
I don't
going
know,
off
man.
topic.
Teen Wolf was pretty good. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm a wolfie.
That's season 1, right?
Yeah, I've only seen season 1. That's where
I've seen after season 1, it does not get any better.
Yeah, I didn't know
No.
it would.
goes downhill.
Yeah. It gets very CW in there, too.
All the drama, not for you.
Yeah, like guys end up like the main two characters break up, and then the girl starts dating like another friend of theirs. But yeah. I mean, Alex, if you want to go next, you can start saying your general thoughts.
My general thoughts, I liked it a lot. I wouldn't say a lot, but I enjoyed it. But like Nathan said, I don't think I would buy it either. I would buy, yeah, I would. I mean, I'd
There's a
probably
blender
watch
going on in my
Shazam again, Fury of the Gods, than The Flash.
So you would rank that one better than The Flash?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, well, it's a good point, actually. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard because of the cameos and because of Michael Keaton's role in it. I like that a lot.
I honestly really enjoyed this movie, but I think I should put a bit of a caveat. I am a bit biased in the sense of growing up being a big DC fan. So to finally see the Flash on the big screen, and I liked the way they used his powers and everything. I liked Ezra Miller's interpretation of the character. I liked it was different. It was quirky. He was just kind of a goofball, essentially. I like let me preference. I like the older Barry Allen, not the younger one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
don't
like
like
the
the
older
younger one
version because I like the I liked his interpretation of the character. I thought it was different enough to separate itself from Grant Gustin's Flash.
That's true.
Because
That's true. Yeah.
the one thing I noticed in-
definitely think that. Yeah.
Yeah, Grant Gustin's Flash is always like he shakes his head and he goes, "I'm not fast enough," and and he's always needing like
That's
a team
that
to help.
CW writing right there.
Yeah,
They always have to have that like internal conflict, or he always has to like rise above himself.
Yeah, or he's always saying he's the fastest man alive, and then there's some other person that's faster.
That's the intro. Like literally, it's like I'm the fastest man alive, and then out comes somebody faster, and he has to
there's
beat him.
Zoom.
He has to
There's,
outrun him.
Yeah. There's like what in the oh my god, I remember there was like Zoom, Savitar, Reverse Flash, and they have so many other characters in the TV show that were like faster than him.
Yeah, but it's like
yeah.
the story arc.
Okay, before we continue on with the movie version, I just want to say the TV show Flash went downhill after I stopped watching after season 5 or season 4. I just stopped. It just got too much. When he meets his future daughter coming from the future, like she comes back in time from the future and meets them and everything, and then he meets his son from the future. It's just way too much. But
Damn,
yeah, I like
to the viewers that haven't seen the Flash TV show.
spoilers. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's already over. It finished.
Did they
It
finish
already
it?
finished.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
finished
finished.
it.
They just finished
Oh.
it, season 10. But okay, back to Ezra Miller's Flash. I liked it. I liked the cameos that they had in the movie.
Oh, those were
Like,
great.
Oh yeah,
cameos
Jack
that
Black
he
was so
sprinkled
good.
in. But yeah, like I really enjoyed it because I felt like the movie itself was like a love letter to the DC universe as a whole.
Yeah.
Except it just deep faked everyone.
I mean,
Well-
that CGI was a lot.
To be fair though, like we can talk about it as when we get into the spoilers, but for some of the cameos, like you can't really get
Oh
there's
yeah.
certain things you can't really do, right? You
No,
can
I
do
mean
so much.
that's okay. I'm just
Yeah.
talking about like Barry Allen CGI.
Oh, that
That
we'll
was-
talk
that
about
was
later
rough.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll talk
that
about
was.
that But that CGI, I was just like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
Should have done
'cause
better.
I enjoyed seeing Michael Keaton's Batman return.
Dude, same.
Yeah, that was cool. I did think I liked the way they approached time travel compared
Oh,
to
yeah,
how we
spaghetti.
normally get it, which we will talk about in spoilers.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I like that. I like that they really try to make it different from like other movies that we've seen. I like the Easter eggs throughout, like sprinkled in throughout the movie. I like the story. Story I thought was heartfelt, and I also like the comedy. I thought the comedy was done well. There are times where it did annoy me a little bit, but I'll like
But in the spoilers, we'll talk about
yeah,
it.
spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. Supergirl, I will say, was a bit weird for me, but that's
Yeah.
more so her dialogue for me was a little off,
Mhm.
if that makes any sense. Like the way she talked was so like regal.
Well,
It's kind of like stoic
I'll
almost.
Yeah.
rebuttal that later in the said spoilers.
Yeah, you
But
will, buddy.
I can see where you're coming from because I thought the same thing, but then I was like, nah, that makes sense given her circumstance.
No, I get it too. I get it. It's just like having the way she talks compared to everyone else, she stuck out.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that was another thing, but I do agree on some, like the CGI for sure was a bit wonky. Some of the CGI, like the director had already mentioned, some of the CGI was intentional, which I get. Like if you're going like for a style,
Mm-hmm.
but I was listening to another podcast where the guy had mentioned like he gets it, but and I agree with this point too, where if you really were trying to stylize it, they should have leaned heavier in the style than like where they left it at.
Yeah.
Because the CGI at times did look like an Xbox like
Game.
effect.
I felt like I was in like a Halo campaign.
yeah.
Seriously.
So I get it if you're trying to like stylize it in that sense, but I feel like they should have gone heavier on a certain style than just leave it where it was.
Yeah.
Because like someone had mentioned like, oh, it's kind of like imagine the CGI stuff. It's like avatars of we can go into it. We can
Oh,
we can
like
go-
your playable characters and like that. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
in
yeah.
like a Sword Art Online or something.
yeah,
So it's like like you're in a game.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that because it's not based off a game.
Well, I
No,
think they did it for like to show Flash's point of view whenever he's like
Yeah, when
running
he's in
or
the Speed Force.
in the Speed Force.
Yeah.
I don't know. They were. I feel like you said, David, they should have just gone full throttle with it instead of
Yeah.
making like a little bit, or they should have just
Yeah.
not done it at all.
Yeah. But yeah, I also thought the score was great. The score I like the most, I think, is when he, not gonna spoil too much, but when he first starts running, because
Oh
he
yeah.
has like a flashback moment.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite score. But yeah, honestly, I would probably buy this movie because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
I'd only go back for the score and the fight scenes. Well, not necessarily the fight
dude,
scenes, just
the music.
speed scenes. Yeah, the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on point. I think the only way I'd probably buy it is if I had a collection of, like DC movies, or if I had the
Yeah.
Justice League and I'm like, well, now I gotta get the Flash and stuff like that.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
Nathan, you don't really have too many movies.
I don't. I only have Deadpool, OG.
Yeah,
Nathan, have
why?
you ever seen the Zack Snyder's Justice League?
on HBO Max.
I think I have. That's like 5 hours or something, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's a long one.
Is it 5 hours? It's like 6 hours, I think, right? 4 or 6 hours.
It's long.
But I do feel like in this movie they do a slight references to it to make it hint that it's possible that it's in that timeline rather than the Justice League timeline. And I'm not a guy that's like a big.
The
I'm not
Justice
big.
League.
I'm not the big like Snyder person where it's like, oh, only Zack Snyder can run DC. Like I
Right,
don't
yeah.
agree with that at all. Like obviously there's a reason why they're rebooting this whole universe, but
Oh, you know they're not gonna use Ezra Miller anymore, right?
I feel like they're like,
I don't
okay,
know, man.
I
They could.
felt like if the movie had performed well, there would have been a slight chance. But based on how it's performing right now in the box office, I don't see them really going back to him unless something happens like if James Gunn feels like, oh, I got a second chance,
Yeah.
then I should get, because he was, what was it, James Gunn was fired by Marvel.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then rehired.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, oh, Nathan lost his camera. Oh, no, not Nathan. Alex lost his screen.
Yeah, man. I was gonna
I'm
say
right
I'm
here.
still here.
I'm
Well,
here.
that fancy camera not treating you right.
No, it's not actually. I don't know.
I'm using
How
my
long has it
trusty
been?
old laptop cam.
I can tell.
But yeah, I just feel like
I was like, what's all this funkiness and fuzziness around Nathan?
I'm just
what was I
blurry in real
saying?
life.
You kind of are.
I forgot what I was talking about already.
Oh,
was I
how
They would bring back Ezra.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so I feel like if that were to happen, it'd be like like James Gunn wanted to give him a second chance for something, But I agree. I don't see them really bringing him back unless the movie had performed really well.
Hopefully, I don't know, man. I like him. I definitely think Ezra would be a good Flash and like more of the Justice League and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It kind of threw me off when he starts running.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't remember him having to
like
do
he,
that.
he crosses his arms. No, he did that in the
Justice League movie.
in Justice League, in Snyder's Justice League. They kind of hint at it a little bit, where he like every time he runs, he crosses his arms over his body.
Right. I know. I remember him doing that. I didn't know he had to like start, for a long dab to get it
Oh.
going, like activating the Speed Force like an
yeah.
engine.
He's basically ice
Oh,
skating.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it does look like he's ice skating, which I think it's an interesting effect because we've already seen what they did in the Flash TV show. Where he just like,
Yeah.
like this, like he moves his arms and everything. It just looks like things are like, zooming past him. In it, like in his view, so I guess they had to do something to make it a little different. But I do think the running was better than how it was in Justice League, because in Justice League when he ran, his legs would also like whip back.
Yeah. I like the way he ran. It's just I don't remember him having to start his engine like that.
Oh yeah, which is, I mean, it didn't bother
I don't know.
me, but
It's
yeah,
not
I don't
bad.
get it.
It's just like little
Yeah.
tidbit that I remember.
Yeah, I do like, because they do kind of lean on you with his abilities that he has to have a certain amount of calories
Yeah.
just to just to run. That was fun. I was
Yeah.
like, that makes sense. But yeah, I'd probably. I mean, if you, Alex, did you rate the movie already?
I did not rate the movie. I would probably give it a 7.
7.
7 out of 10. Yeah.
Mm.
Usually I give higher ones, but I don't know. Wasn't feeling it in this one. It's really the
I
CGI
honestly-
that threw it down for me.
Honestly, the CGI didn't bother me.
I don't know. I
I-
just
like,
really didn't like it.
I was really enjoying the story, so the CGI didn't bother me at all.
It's
I'd,
hard
prob-
to enjoy the story.
I'd probably give it an 8.
Oh,
Okay,
David.
so-
Ooh, it's a high roller over here. An 8.
Wow.
David's a tough critic.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm kind of afraid of Alex though.
Huh?
I'm kind of afraid of Alex's rating.
Why?
Cause 7, 8, 9.
But yeah, I'd probably give it an 8. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
the movie. I thought it was fun. You know, I thought there was a lot of heart. Brought a lot of emotions near the end.
Oh yeah. That definitely. Not gonna lie, man. I kind of started tearing up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I guess we can get into spoilers if you
Spoilers now.
Perfect. Man, honestly, the straight up thing that like is bothering me. I don't know if you guys remember at the end when a homie comes out of the car and
want.
Yeah, Batman.
Ezra.
Who the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
is
Batman
this?
comes out of the car.
Homie
but,
comes out of
like,
the car.
Barry Allen looks so CGI'd. He was just
No, I
standing-
noticed that too.
Dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't know if it's because at the end of the shooting, like Ezra had like sexual assault charges against him.
Oh, right. And he was
No,
like,
no, it wasn't. It was I think it was just general assault charges. I don't think it was sexual
Yeah.
assault.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Assault charges.
damn, you've been spreading
Sorry,
those
Ezra.
rumors.
No one's gonna listen to me. You kidding me? I'm just a
We got-
guest.
We got 20 people.
Exactly.
Subs.
And I'm just a guest.
Yeah, your cameo.
Wait, I mean, yeah, I agree. I did think he looked a bit CGI. I do wonder if it's like they shot him by himself and then they just like
Yeah, right.
post production
So
put him in. Kind of
I was looking
because the
it
lighting
up,
I feel like it was a bit off.
I need to do
and
some homework.
what? Yeah, I was doing homework.
Yeah, I need to do some homework.
I did, yes. Well, because it was bothering me so much. I was looking it up, and I guess for young Barry Allen, they used like an actual guy and just like
Yeah.
CGI'd his face.
I knew
Which
it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's what happened at the last scene where they CGI'd his face on someone.
Right.
Because George, can I say it? Can I say?
Yeah,
who was
we're in
Batman?
Yeah, we're in
spoilers.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. George Clooney looked fine.
Yeah,
he
he
was
did,
he honestly when
fine,
he
right?
came out, I was like, oh, that's not Ben Affleck. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Dude, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But that kind of makes me think like, dang, they're not gonna have Ben Affleck as like Batman anymore because I don't think he signed a contract again.
No,
Or-
this was supposed to be his last hurrah.
Yeah, he didn't want to
Yeah.
do another one.
Well, I thought him, Gal Gadot, and who played
Henry
Superman?
Cavill.
Yeah. I thought all three of them were having like conflict with the directors.
No,
Just Josh
so
Whedon.
no, it was just with Joss Whedon, but because James Gunn is now in charge of DC,
Yeah.
so he's already basically admitted they're essentially rebooting it, but we don't know how heavy of a reboot it's gonna be. Like, are you replacing everyone? Are you only replacing like the big three? Only two of them? Like we don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like at least Jason Momoa was going to be in part
Oh
of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely. He's gonna be in the next one.
I do like. So a lot of people don't like the after credit scene. I do feel like to a degree it does. It did explain something. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but you know the whole thing where he's like, "So in the other universe, I'm the same guy."
Yeah, that's what I was going off of, too.
Yeah, because he's in a different universe.
Yeah, different time or the other timeline. Sorry, the other
Yeah.
timeline. I
Yeah,
forgot.
because you saw the worlds.
So to me, I took it as
Well, I
like,
don't-
okay,
well-
so no matter what, like in this new timeline, it's gonna be Arthur Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was so much as he saw the different worlds. I think he just because in the one he was in with the whole movie, there wasn't an Arthur Curry, and
Right.
Oh yeah, it was a dog.
so when he got back, it was more closely related to his true timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you said other timelines.
No, I think he was talking about his like Barry Allen's original one.
That's what I took too. That's what I thought.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I do like you know, since we're talking about that, I do like that moment where Barry Allen's trying to figure out where all the other Justice League members are.
Right.
Oh, that was
He like
funny.
tries to find Arthur Curry, and he calls his dad, and he was like, "Hi, is Arthur, can I talk to Arthur Curry?" He's like, "You want to talk to my dog?"
That was funny.
That was hilarious.
He's like, "Are you married to the Queen of Atlantis?"
And he just like pans over to his wife on the couch.
That was pretty funny. I also like the whole. I do like the references to Back to the Future, especially the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
Schultz thing.
Yeah. That was crazy. And
one-
Footloose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because do you guys know the background of the actual Back to the Future movie?
Yeah. Because Eric Schultz was originally supposed to star in it, but when they
Yeah.
finished, filming it, the director was like, he's not really fit for it, and they originally
Yeah,
wanted
'cause-
Michael Fox, but he had a contract with like, what was it?
What show was he on at that time? It was like
I-
Family Ties or
I think
something.
it was Family Ties. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was busy filming Family
Mm-hmm.
Ties, so they couldn't get Michael Fox. So they got Eric Schultz or Stoltz. Is it? Schultz.
I don't know.
But they got Eric Schultz, but they only
Eric
filmed
S.
like a couple. They filmed a couple scenes with him,
Yeah.
and then they realized he was too much of a dramatic actor. He didn't fit the tone they
It
were
wasn't.
going for Back to the
Yeah,
Future.
not for comedy.
So I like that little reference. I also like when Barry got his powers, like young Barry.
Yeah.
I like that little
Oh.
scene, like seeing him figure out, like, when he was running. Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, before he starts running, he did what was the character
Speedy
from
Gonzalez?
Looney Tunes? Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, yeah. I did that too.
Been there, done that.
Mhm.
So you didn't like the young Barry?
Me?
I think his personality.
Yeah, you didn't like his personality?
I didn't like
I-
it because he was all over. It's kind of like the squirrel from Over the Hedge.
To me, it made sense because you see the younger one and the older one. It shows the difference in how age changes you.
Mhm.
Maturity and everything. So to me, it made sense. I also did like the older Barry Allen calling him out, saying like he's so abrasive.
Yeah, it was funny.
I kind of saw it as the younger one grew up with a mom, and the older
That
one
too.
didn't. So the
yeah,
older one
that
was
too.
more shut in, and
Yeah.
because he
He had
wasn't
to
really
learn
good
himself.
at talking to people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like the
I-
whole like you don't do your own laundry.
Yeah.
Right. And I liked how Ezra was able to play off that, and he played really well with like the older one and the younger one, like portraying
Yeah.
their different childhood experiences and like that.
I will say though the one thing that the younger one annoyed me about was it.
And Phil laugh.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. That was
Yeah.
definitely 100% me at 18. So
Yeah, it was.
I was watching that movie and I was like, this is exactly what I would do if I went back in time, or stuff like that. I'd be like, dude, stop.
No, but yeah, the younger Barry Allen's laugh did annoy me at times because he just sat, he just kept laughing like that.
Yeah.
Another scene I really liked was the chef in the Russian base. When they're walking and they see the chef guy like just standing there and Batman like stomps.
Yeah.
Oh,
He,
I
like,
think
he
I
didn't
think that
get
was just
scared.
a lab worker.
Oh, was
Does
it
he get
lab worker or
coffee?
chef?
Yeah. That was
I
funny.
like-
Yeah,
he
that was great.
stomps and the guy just kind of stands there. And then the younger Barry's like, "I got this, broski." Tosses him.
Get shot. That
He
was
gets
actually
shot,
really
yeah.
Oh
funny.
yeah, he gets shot. I will say it's kind of funny because when he gets shot, it takes him a while for him to get to heal. Right?
It
Compared
does,
to when he
yeah.
got shot by lightning. When he was hit by lightning, his body healed pretty quick.
Quick. Yeah, I noticed that. I think that's just for like the scene.
Yeah.
I think that was
But-
for when the electricity was actually running through him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also liked no, when he gets shot, he's like, "You didn't tell me we could get shot." Like, why
Oh.
would you assume we couldn't get shot?
That was funny.
Yeah, I do like how they added Supergirl instead of Superman in this Flashpoint. Because in the original Flashpoint, it was Superman that they find.
Yeah, but also to be fair, in this movie, I do think Supergirl makes the way they used her made more sense.
Yeah. Tell me about
Right.
that, David.
Oh, it's just the story fit her better, I think, with how she was, how jaded she was with humanity and everything, and how she was her whole because in the end she doesn't beat Zod, right?
No.
Every time she fights him, she loses.
Yeah.
So
Also,
to
give
me,
me-
it shows like
Like, she dies, but how did they never said anything, or did they say anything like Superman, how they can kill each other?
what do you mean?
Oh, like what kind of weapon they used?
Yeah, like
to-
they stab her.
like
It's Kryptonian.
Yeah, but it's like, what weapon? It's not
it was
kryptonite.
probably made of kryptonite.
No, it's standard Kryptonian because a Kryptonian armor is essentially more. It's more dense, and the
Mhm.
way it interacts with the Earth's,
Sun.
yeah, with the Earth's sun is different too.
Yeah.
So, with Kryptonian armor, I would assume it's more powerful here on Earth than it is on Krypton.
I just wish they would have like let us know
Oh,
or mentioned it.
yeah, that's how I took it when I saw it. You
Mhm.
know, like Kryptonian weaponry and stuff is also more
Yeah.
powerful than Earth's. But I did like I also thought it makes sense because with this, she was never able to beat Zod. Whereas like if she was able to beat Zod, I think it would have been like, oh, then why do we need Superman then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
So I thought that made sense. Not saying that she's not powerful. She is, but Superman's the granddaddy of superheroes. So I think it would have
I mean, he is
been.
a Superman. Why is my leg?
Oh, Nathan, did you want to talk about the spaghetti thing?
Well, before we get to that, let's talk about Kara real quick, since we're already on her topic. I know earlier you were talking about how you felt like she was different, like she spoke
Her
differently. Right?
dialogue,
Yeah,
it
her
was just her
dialogue.
dialogue. I felt
Hey,
was
Nathan
a
wants
bit.
a rebuttal.
Yeah. Now that we're in the spoiler section, I don't know, man. I felt like that was good. At first, I was like, oh, she kind of sounds a little wonky, but
Yeah.
then I realized she was trapped in a ball for like all her life.
Mm,
So
yeah, I can see that.
she didn't have much interaction, and Barry is already, or older Barry was already like having a hard time talking to people, and he wasn't trapped in a ball. So that's why I felt like Kara, it was good. Like the way she spoke was straightforward and kind of firm. Like she
Yeah.
didn't really have like eloquency in it.
Kind
Yeah.
of jaded.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's like her normal acting. I'm not familiar with her, or
Same.
if it was like that director was like, "Hey, be kind of jaded."
Act this way.
Yeah, be like, throw some
Can I
caveman
say something?
talk in it.
I do feel like there's a bit of what's the word? So I'm trying to understand how time works in the sense of like, so she flies off because she doesn't want to help humanity at first, right? And she sees
Right.
Zod like attack the military,
Mm-hmm.
and then she flies back. Like Zod sees her and everything. She flies back. Like how long was that when Barry Allen and the older Barry Allen and Batman are setting up like the tubes and everything for him to get shocked? Because Barry Allen, the older Barry Allen lost his powers.
Yeah.
So how long was that?
I would
'Cause
say
they had
about
to
an
figure
hour.
out. They had to figure out like
how
how
did she
to.
know where they were?
Yeah, like they had to
She
figure
has
out all that
superhearing.
stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. She had to find them, so it would take time.
She's
She had
fast.
to, and they had to set up their tests and everything before he gets shocked. So I'm like,
That's true.
how long did she leave the humans to get, wiped out by Zod and his military? How long was this? How is it that they're still fighting when we come back to them?
Yeah.
That was one thing that just made me go like, what?
Yeah, I didn't really think
um,
about it, but I feel like it's because she's super fast. But then again, I feel like Zod would have wiped them all out.
Yeah.
Or he was
I
stalling.
do. But I do also know. Did you notice this movie technically was it kind of was an origins film without being an origins film
For Supergirl?
For the other
for
world
the Flash.
that died.
For the Flash, like how he got his powers and everything.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess so. It was.
Because
They
they
wrapped that
explained
in there.
Yeah, how they did that.
Yeah, he explains like how he got his powers and he had to show.
Yeah.
Like, but the only difference was like younger Barry got to have like someone actually show him how to use it.
Yeah.
I like when he phased for the first time. Like he's.
Oh,
in
he
his
goes through
apartment.
the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That was pretty funny. He comes back with the pot, kind of cover himself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He scared his neighbor downstairs.
Yeah, I do like, and also with the two different Barrys, seeing because one grew up with his mom, the other one grew out without a mom. The older Barry, I thought it was interesting because he seemed very smart and aware. Like he mentioned how he figured out if he was running he would burn up. Like he's like I figured it out like easy in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, he had more time to figure it out though.
That's true.
No. He said that he figured it out pretty fast. like how to use certain abilities. What
Yeah,
was
but
it
he wasn't on a
mentioned?
time crunch like
No,
young Barry was.
he said he like for phasing. He said it took him a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
there's something
David's
else
talking
that he.
about suit burning, his clothes burning up when he
Yeah.
runs.
I mean, young Barry found that out too.
No, but older Barry says like I remember he was like explaining it's kinetic energy. You build up speed, you end up burning up. He's like I figured that out really quick. Like he said he knew that before already.
Right. They also
So-
didn't like say what young Barry was studying. If like
That's true. No, that's what I'm saying because with older Barry, he went into the more
Forensic
the way I
science.
saw it was like more
Mhm.
scientific fields and stuff. So he was very aware of like formulas and everything like that. Whereas younger Barry, I have no idea what he's studying, but he seems very aloof, not really paying attention to like what's going on around him. Like the whole family dinner, the cousins' dinner.
oh
Conversation?
yeah, he was definitely. I feel like he was babied a lot growing up. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I did think it was interesting seeing like, especially the way they were raised, how different
Mhm.
it was.
I think he was more passionate like about things.
Yeah. Especially because his mom.
And
Yeah,
his dad was
passing
in
away.
jail.
Yeah, kind of curious because you both grew up with you're both half Hispanic, half white. Did that do anything for you guys when you were watching the movie with his mom?
I thought his mom was
I guess
Italian.
I
Huh?
thought it was Spanish. From Spain.
Yeah.
Oh
I guess it
Spanish
didn't
or-
do anything for Nathan.
no, not
Is
really.
she-
I
is
knew she wasn't
Because
Hispanic.
they're singing in Spanish, right? They're singing in Spanish. They're playing music.
I thought it was
Spanish
Spanish.
music, right? In her like in the kitchen, she was playing like Spanish music. I think.
I don't know. I got like Italian vibes. I don't know why.
Really? Well, maybe because
Yeah.
of the spaghetti.
David, pull up the clip.
The clip.
I'm just kidding, man.
I was like, I
I
didn't
don't
know
know.
the
We can
clip's
we
up.
can look it up where she's from.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright.
let me look it up really quick because I think she's Hispanic.
Nora.
Or
Let's see.
Spanish.
Nora West Maribel Verdú is a Spanish actress.
Ooh, called it. What did I tell you?
Yeah.
From Spain.
Yes. But yeah, I also liked yeah, when he first sees his parents, you know,
Mhm.
he like seeing them together and alive and everything. He's eating food with them, and he sees younger version of himself
Yeah.
outside.
Oh yeah, running up.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit,
Yeah, that was
I
funny.
need it. Shit, outside.
And he just tackles him.
Yeah. Nathan, do you want to talk about the spaghetti?
Theory.
What do you mean?
With
The spaghetti,
Michael Keaton.
the Michael Keaton thing that you had mentioned earlier.
Oh, you guys don't remember?
I remember it. I asked, do you?
No, David wants
if
to know if you want to
talk
go
about
more in
it.
depth since we're in the
Yeah,
spoiler
yeah,
section.
yeah. I mean, just watching it kind of made me hungry, but it was just talking about the timelines. You know, I found it pretty cool, how it's not really linear,
Mhm.
and it can crack.
Yeah, it's basically a separate universe almost.
I like that it was because you know how they mentioned too, like, oh, you've probably seen a movie where when you go back in time, you create a branching timeline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I liked how he's like, that's not how it works.
No.
Instead, you create a fulcrum that not only it reverberates essentially throughout the multiverse, right? Not just within your own time universe. So I thought
Yeah,
that was
it
interesting.
creates
I liked how I like how
Crosspoints.
they did that to like explain why like it's Michael Keaton's Batman rather than Ben Affleck or I do think
George
having
Clooney.
Michael Keaton's Batman is better than having like Christian Bale.
Really?
Yeah, I it comes down to I think my thing is Christian Bale's Batman was never the reality. It was always just the costume. Whereas for me, Batman is the person. Bruce Wayne is the costume.
Yeah.
Okay, I
So-
can see it. Like Bruce Wayne
makes
is
sense.
the fake. Like that's
Yeah,
his alternate persona, not his real
Mhm.
one.
yeah. But also with Christian Bale's Batman, his fighting is not the best. I don't think he'd last with these guys.
So, was that actually Bruce Wayne, or was that Bruce Wayne's dad?
No, it was Bruce
It was
Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
It's
when
pretty
he touched the
interesting.
photo, it kind of looked like he was touching, you know, I guess his mom and his younger self.
Oh, it's it's his dad and his mom and himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as a
but like
kid.
when he was
Yeah.
touching the photo before it scanned his eye, it looked like he was
Yeah.
touching like the mom and him. I guess
Oh, it's
him.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was his parents.
No.
I did like Barry Allen mentions like you're chronologically different.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm kind of
Yeah.
surprised actually they didn't add in because the original story of the Flashpoint paradox was Thomas Wayne, the dad, was supposed to be Batman, but now they
That's
should
what
have an
I- yeah.
alternate Batman. Alternate
that's
Bruce
exactly
Wayne,
what I was thinking. I was like, wait, maybe he just doesn't want to say it.
right. I was like, no Jeffrey Dean Morgan Batman.
I think it's because they were trying to find at the time. This is before James Gunn took over, but at the time they were trying to find someone to take over Ben Affleck's Batman role.
Mm.
So their thought process was like, oh, why not get one of the most popular Batmans, Michael Keaton, and have him come back, and we bring him back through the multiverse.
Yeah, but they ended up not. Oh, because yeah, I read at the end in the end scene, it's supposed to be Michael Keaton coming up instead of George Clooney.
Yeah, so they had shot 3 different scenes at the end.
Yeah.
One was with Michael Keaton and Sasha Calle, who plays Supergirl.
Supergirl.
And then the other one was Sasha Calle, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, and Michael Keaton.
Oh, I want to see that.
That would have been so amazing.
I hope they
Yeah.
release that, just like maybe the special features.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like they probably wouldn't even want to put that on a special features.
Yeah,
Because they're
they
trying to
wanna
build
keep
a
it
new
linear.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they'll get rid of it like the Batgirl movie.
I mean, to be fair, the Batgirl movie also had Michael Keaton in it, so I think
Oh,
it also
what?
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
And
Michael
Brendan
Keaton
Fraser
was
was the
the
bad
Batman
guy.
Yeah.
I want to see
So
that
they
now.
they
I
said
know.
they had to they had to like remove it because apparently it was a really bad movie. I don't know. I mean, obviously we haven't seen it, but they said it was really bad. It was basically like CW level kind of storyline and everything, really
Mhm.
melodramatic. And apparently Michael Keaton's costume did not look that great in the movie.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you put your little tinfoil hats on, I heard it was taxes, tax purposes that they canceled it.
That was the reason why. That was the official reason they had to put. But they did announce it was so bad they couldn't release it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So,
But
bad.
also
What-
they're
I heard.
It's never stopped them in the beginning.
Yeah, it's not like stop them from putting out bad movies.
no. But I'm saying I think the reason why is because that movie continues on based on the original ending they had set for the universe. But now with James Gunn taking over,
Yeah,
They wanted to keep
it
going.
makes sense.
clean slate.
Yeah.
I mean, at least just release it on Max.
Do you guys think the Blue
No, they
Beetle's
can't
gonna be
release it
there?
on Max because technically they can't. They aren't because they wrote it off as a tax. They can't get any income from it.
Damn.
If you put it on HBO Max, that means you have to subscribe to see it.
Yeah.
You're getting income from it.
YouTube.
So maybe YouTube,
It's gone. It's all gone. They
I know.
deleted it.
or it's like in some vault somewhere in Warner Brothers.
Right.
All right,
After-
they deleted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though Nathan does bring up a good question. It's like, yeah, where is Blue Beetle gonna be in this new universe?
So James Gunn. So James Gunn's already said that Blue Beetle is going to be the start of the DCU,
Oh yeah.
but Superman Legacy is the official entry to the DCU. So I think the way I interpret that is Blue Beetle is there. His story it just isn't as important to
Right.
the entire universe as with Superman Legacy.
Yeah, it's probably just like a quick backstory where they can tie it in, like when they need be, and like that, and not have to make like a whole movie.
Yeah,
I hope so.
but I mean I'm down to watch Blue Beetle too.
Dude,
I'm
looks so
excited
good.
for that.
I mean, yeah.
The Batman and Supergirl deaths. I like that they explained it was basically a fixed point in time that they wouldn't be able to change.
Yeah, I do like that too. I also
Which-
like that Michael Keaton wasn't just a cameo, but it was an important role for Barry Allen
Yeah.
to learn.
But it's weird because Nathan, you haven't seen it yet. But in Spider-Verse, they kind of touch on the same plot, a sense where there's what do they call it again, Alex? In the Spider-Verse movies,
The multiverse.
canon events.
Oh,
What was that, David?
in Spider-Verse they called it canon events, right?
Yeah,
Where,
canon
like,
events.
so in Spider-Verse they had something called canon events where basically every Spider-Man experiences the same thing, like Uncle Ben dying, or like the police captain, like Gwen Stacy's dad dying, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, someone
So
close
they
to them.
explain. So they're
Mhm.
saying like in Spider-Verse, the way they explained it was like these are canon events. You can't go against them because if you do, it will destroy your universe.
Oh, okay.
In
Okay,
that
I can
movie,
see
Miles
that.
Morales, like, because Miles Morales. I mean, if you care about spoilers, do you care about spoilers or no?
You guys already
Sometimes he
reviewed this
does.
one, right?
Yeah.
We've already reviewed it.
All right, then I'm good.
Yeah.
Are you-
So
Yeah, I just I'm fine. I just wanted to go in fresh with the Flash
Oh, because
so
for
in
because yeah
Spider Verse
for this.
yeah, yeah, you didn't tell me. That's why.
I know that's
in,
why
Mm.
for this
in
surprise.
in Spider Verse, Miles Morales' dad is about to become the police captain. So he realizes because he gets a vision of the future because he and the
Should
villain
we-
somehow like
should
link
we-
minds.
Let the viewers know there's gonna be a Spider-Verse spoiler.
Sorry,
No, it's
Spider
fine.
Verse spoilers.
I mean, I guess yeah,
But
we
you know
should.
the movie's already been out for like 3 weeks. If you haven't seen it yet, it's your fault.
They already watched your
Damn.
video about it.
But
Yes.
in that movie, Miles Morales' whole thing is like I can save them. Like, why does this have to be a canon event? Like, I can save them and the universe can still be fine. We don't all have to lose someone the same way,
Right.
kind of thing, So in that movie, it's all about, you can fix things, you can save everyone. Whereas here, not every problem has a solution.
Right.
Yeah, it's young Flash. Like I can do it one more try.
Yeah.
And look at what he became.
Right? He killed Nicolas Cage.
No, thankfully, Nicolas Cage survives.
That was pretty cool though. When like the slow turn and pan to him, I was like,
Yeah.
Dude, that was great.
Yeah, I did like that though with the whole, these are fixed points in time that
Mhm.
there's nothing we can do to change it no matter how much we try. And then that moment where Barry Allen realizes the older Barry Allen, he basically accepts I need to let my mom go.
Yeah.
And the younger Barry Allen not willing to because younger Barry Allen like grew up with his mom.
yeah,
Mhm.
And so he wasn't willing to accept that and because he's young he believes like just keep trying, I'll find something, I'll
Yeah, 'cause
find a way.
He kept saying he's close and close, but every time he comes back, there's another piece stuck inside him.
Yeah.
Stuck to him, through him.
Yeah, what quick thing, I really liked when they did bring back Michael Keaton's Batman, like when they went back in time, brought him
Mhm.
back after he died the first time. He's like no, don't shoot down the ship, it has like
It was
protection on it.
It's
Yeah.
a shield.
and then he's like, oh, I'm going after the big guy.
Yeah, he was like Roger. Like he just like
He's like,
no
oh
hesitation.
yes, please go after him.
Mhm.
That was funny.
We know when Michael Keaton's Batman was like he jumped on top of the big Kryptonian guy, was like putting bombs on him. I was like, holy crap, dude, this guy could kill you like with one flick of a finger.
Yeah, really.
And then he just like throws him off his back.
Yeah. Then that's when got him.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I did like the explanation of the death scene, like their deaths and why you can't really fix it. But I do wonder because he does, go back in time. I guess another thing to mention, like when he goes back in time, older Barry Allen finally is able to go back in time to say goodbye to his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think what is more emotional is the fact that he not only has to say goodbye to her, but he has to physically cause her death.
Yeah.
Basically.
He's the one that did it.
He's the one that has to like grab the tomatoes,
Yeah. Put it
and
back.
puts it back, and it's very emotional. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like I was really emotional throughout that scene.
Yeah, that part got me, man. I was like, dang. And then like
Same.
she hugged him, and she thought he was like a total stranger, but I feel like she
Dude.
knew. Like when she looked at him and
Yeah,
hesitated,
she knew something was up.
Mm-hmm.
and then he took off his sunglasses, and she stopped him from putting it back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like deep down.
She was like, "Mijo."
Mhm.
I do like that they they kind of play on, they hinted it throughout the movie, like with when he was trying to solve that math problem, his mom saying not every problem has a solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he has to say it to his younger self.
Hey man,
That was a lot of character development.
Yeah. But yeah, Alex, I know there's one thing you wanted to talk about because you
Yeah,
put it on my
Alex.
notes.
I did. The Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. Haha, I got it.
Oh
Threw it
yeah,
in
you
there.
wanted him to be in there.
Well, I was just, I didn't want it. I mean, it would have been cool, but I was just surprised that they didn't use them. And they went straight a little from the original storyline of the Flashpoint.
I mean, to me that makes sense just because like even Civil War, they adapted it. They didn't. They took part of the themes of it and they made their own story with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
They didn't just do a full on adaptation.
Yeah.
Normally, with a lot of these comic book movies, they don't do full on adaptations. They just take parts of the story that like themes and stuff that they like, and they pepper it into their own film.
Yeah, but it's also an animated movie.
Yeah, but I feel like if they did the animated movie live action, I just feel like I probably wouldn't want to watch a scene by scene
Honestly,
like
I was
remake
thinking
of
the
it.
exact same thing.
Be like
Yeah.
live action anime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
I will be honest though. I will be watching that One Piece live action once it comes out.
Same. End of August.
Yeah, it looks
Heck yeah,
good.
man! August 31st. I'm super excited.
I guess we should review it then.
Hey,
Okay, let's
I'll be
do a
back for
whole
that.
season review. I'm not reviewing episode by episode.
Every
That's way too-
episode, David.
I mean,
Every episode.
if we are doing every episode, Alex, I think we just post the video as it is.
We're gonna do a live
that's
review.
Yeah,
Live.
I don't want to
We'll
keep
watch it
editing,
together.
like, clip by clip.
Watch
Yeah,
it
no,
together.
not. We're gonna watch it right here. I'm gonna have half my screen, and the other half will be you two goons, and then we'll just watch it.
Oh, another thing I wanted to mention before we I guess we
Leave.
finish up with the review. The one thing I also noticed, so I had mentioned before, it seemed like they hinted that it could have been a continuation of Snyder's cut.
Mhm.
Was one when he sees what's her name, his love interest. I forgot her name right now. He meets her in the beginning of the movie.
Oh, Iris.
Yeah.
Iris. Yeah,
I was
when
like,
he
I knew it
sees
was an
Iris, because Iris, remember, she goes like, "Have we seen each other from somewhere else?"
Mm-hmm.
He goes, no. Like he only says they only had class together.
Yeah.
Oh, right, and she was like, I feel like I saw you at like the supermarket or something, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Because he saves
I
her in the Snyderverse, just as
Yeah.
he cut.
in Snyder's cut, he saves her, and then there's another scene where he's in the. So we could also talk about the CGI, I guess. And when he's in the Chrono Bowl, right when he's running, and he's running back in time, you see the Justice League events.
Yeah.
There's that one
was
moment
cool.
of Aquaman just pointing. You see Aquaman pointing in the Chrono Bowl.
Pointing.
oh
at-
yeah, because you can see him.
Yeah. So, do you remember in Snyder's cut version where, like, when they first meet Superman, the Flash tries to run up to him, and Superman just like pushes him to the side.
Yeah.
He runs into Aquaman,
Mhm.
and they hit the steps, and
Mhm.
at the end, like he goes, "I'm so sorry," and Aquaman just like lays on the stairs and like points at him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that I was like, is that from? Because to me, when I saw that, because when he's running through the Chrono Bowl, you kind of see that same kind of moment. So that's why I do wonder if this is I like, again, not a Snyder head or anything, but I did think like, oh,
Snyder
is this
head.
from the same universe?
I mean, it probably is.
Yeah.
I mean, they
Again,
probably
I'm
just
not-
went back and took like clips from like
Yeah.
all the movies, because I think that's what they did for when all the worlds were colliding.
Yep.
And then they had the original Superman. I forgot his name. Something Reeves.
Christopher Reeves.
No. Christopher Reeve is Superman from 1970s, but before that, they had another
In
Superman.
the 30s.
Yeah, from like from the 30s or from
You're talking about the black and white one, right?
Yeah, George Reeves from the
Yeah.
50s, I think. I think he's from the
Oh,
50s.
yeah, it is 50s.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a lot of that, I think I was fine with the way they used them, but some people were complaining
I was fine with it too.
about it.
I like how they even use the different Batmans.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
that was cool. I liked how you could hear the Joker laugh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you hear
That,
the
like the
yeah,
old
yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, and you see the scene from the old Batman, like he's running in like
Mm-hmm.
in the black and
Yeah.
white a little bit, right? Yeah, that was cool. Trying to think of if there's any other cameos they had in this movie. I know they had the guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
when he took the pizza.
Yeah, the pizza.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what? What's he doing there?
Alex, did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Which
Do you
character?
remember Jamie Lannister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in this movie. He had a
Really?
cameo.
It was like 5
Do
seconds.
you remember? Yeah, the
Bro,
young
I didn't
Flash
even
when
see
he's
it.
running, when he gets
Yeah.
his powers, and he's like running for the first time.
yeah.
And he's trying to
steals the guy's
catch the pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and the pepperoni flies off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's funny.
so with the CGI, I do think like the CGI within the Chrono Bowl, like
Mhm.
I give it a pass. You know, I'm like whatever. You know,
Yeah.
that's what he sees when he's in the Speed Force. That's fine.
I get it.
But I will say when Supergirl sees Zod in the American military like from a distance,
Mm-hmm.
and she's watching
and it
over
kinda,
them,
like zoomed in.
yeah, it looked a bit like a video game.
Yeah,
Effect.
it did.
Yeah.
It really did. I was like,
And then-
oh, somebody enhanced their scanner.
Yeah, and like, because I was thinking to myself, like, maybe they're trying to say, you know, this is what she sees from a distance when she's
No.
zooming in with her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're trying to do.
Her
But
eagle
I do
vision.
feel like they could have done some more detail.
They
Like,
could have.
add a bit more detail because when the Kryptonian ships float up and start shooting their lasers at
Mhm.
things, it made me think of Halo.
Yeah, I felt like I was watching like a cutscene, and I was like, all right, where's
Yeah.
Master Chief at?
So I think those things, and sometimes with Barry Allen, when the two Barry Allens are together, there were very obvious moments where you could tell
Oh,
one
yeah.
was CGI and one wasn't.
Mm,
Or when he's wearing the helmet, like when he's talking to himself, and one of them's wearing the suit.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
helmet
Batman
looked like
one?
it was just like, no, not was it the Batman one?
Yeah,
I think it was-
well, the young Barry took the Batman one and
Yep.
made it into a Flash suit, and
No, this is before they break into the Russian base. So
Oh,
younger
okay,
Barry
when
Allen
he's
has to wear the
wearing
suit.
old
And
Barry
when
suit,
he,
yeah.
when he faces the older Barry, he starts talking to him. It looks like they CGI'd the mask, the helmet onto his face.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just didn't look right when he talked. It looked like a bit uncanny valley.
I
for
mean,
me.
that's what I felt like with the Batman in the beginning when he was on the motorcycle and he was talking
Ah.
like through the phone to Barry.
Mhm.
It just looked so blocky and like, I don't know, I didn't like it. Same thing with the babies when he was saving them. Like,
Yeah.
I
They used
get
a lot
that's
of
supposed to be
CGI.
like what Flash sees in like
Yeah.
his Speed Force, but man, it was so bad. Like
Yeah.
it looked so fake. Like I,
will-
know,
I
it's
will.
obviously
I
kids are
enjoyed
real
it though.
babies.
I enjoyed where he put the
You
baby in
liked
the
it?
microwave.
Oh yeah, I
Because-
enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
I just
Yeah.
I didn't like.
I didn't
the way they
like
looked.
the
Like,
way it
that's
looked, but
something
I
like
enjoyed
nightmares.
the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like saying that it's what he sees in the Speed Force is kind of a cop out for DC and WB to do, to not really
It's
make
the
the
director
CGI all
saying
that
it.
realistic.
Oh, I looked it up because I was also curious about that, and yeah, so
More
I
homework?
guess they did it for like a art style, like so that way it can show what he sees in the Speed Force.
Like David was saying.
yeah, like Dave was saying earlier, but they should have just gone for it, like full
Yeah, they
send.
should have just like gone rather than just making it look like it was half-assed. They should have just gone like
Yeah.
a totally kind of stylized way of how he sees the Speed Force, where
Yeah.
where you could say like, "Oh, this was intentional." Where you
Right,
could say,
yeah.
"This looked
like
intentional."
plastic dolls.
Yeah,
Or yeah, and like maybe like a haze or different coloring in the background.
Yeah,
yeah.
like everything's kind of like orangish yellow,
Yeah.
different hues and like that when he's running.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that would have been nice, but a part of me does. I would like to see a sequel to this movie. To be honest,
I would too. Honestly,
what would that
yeah,
even look like?
that would.
Though?
'Cause we still don't know who killed his mom.
I
You
mean,
you
and
just want a sequel.
they
to
had
the
Jason
Flash.
Momoa at the end, so
What was that?
You just want a sequel to the Flash. I mean, you wouldn't go back in time, right?
No, so the director has already gone out. Like he said, like, oh, if there's a sequel, obviously there's a elephant in the room, as in who killed his mom.
Yeah.
And the director's already said, like, if we do it, the villain would be Reverse Flash, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Or
I'd
Dark
love to see
Blue.
that. You know,
That'd be interesting. I mean, yeah, I'd be down for that. Just see more
Honestly,
Flash villains.
when he got pushed out of the what was that dome thing called again?
the Chrono Bowl.
The Chrono
Chrono.
Ball. When he got pushed out by that
By
Bizarro Flash.
Dark Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Flash, whatever. It's
I
called, yeah.
thought he was gonna be like the villain that killed his mom, and that was gonna be the
Dude,
backstory.
same.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
as soon as I saw like young Barry get stabbed in the arm and he kept accumulating
Same.
shrapnel, I was like, ah,
Yeah.
like all right,
that
he's
was
gone
fire.
when
bad.
he fought
he's-
I know you're
Yeah.
talking about the Kryptonian girl, right? The villain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like fucking stabbed her, man. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was pretty sick.
Oh, you know, I like when when they first show up right at the battlefield, and then Barry out. You know, older Barry's like, "Come on, Barbie," and young Barry's
Let's go
like,
party.
he's like, "Let's go party."
That was funny.
That was great.
funny.
But I do like, you know, when they were running at one of the Kryptonians, the Kryptonian had a knife,
Mm-hmm.
and they dodged the knives. But older Barry Allen, did he kill that Kryptonian because he vibrates his hand?
Yeah, I think he
Probably.
did.
Yeah.
I think he caused a heart attack.
Because
Yeah, I don't think he's
because
moving.
remember he said we can't kill them, or we're not strong enough.
We can just slow him
I-
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
So I was like,
I
bro,
think he did.
what do you mean?
Yeah, he was like right there.
You just
Or, when young Barry like freaking like snapped that dude's spine when he grabbed him and like brought him down over his knee and you heard a crack. I was like, dang man, that's some
He's
like
not walking
technical-
again.
that reminds
Yeah.
me. I totally want to mention this when they did that moment where they both they put their feet together and they ran and all those Kryptonians like start flying up. I noticed older Barry is running like he ran up to them like jumped and like hit them each in like the abs or whatnot.
Yeah.
Younger Barry's running up to like hitting them in the nuts. He just like
Yeah, he was like going full blown, man. He was like kill shot.
Tapping him.
Yeah,
he just like hit
Crazy.
them in the nuts like each one. He just jumped and whacked them each.
yeah. Or when he
funny.
uses his Kaioken.
Oh, the
shit.
powers thing where it's like
Yeah,
he has
that's
to put his
cool.
hands like that.
He went Seth the Lord on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he killed a couple of doing that.
I also
course.
with younger Barry Allen's costume, I liked once he gets it when he almost gets killed by the Kryptonian, like it tries to slice at him at the neck.
Yeah.
Now he has that mobility to look around. Because before, remember he's in the airplane. He tries
Yeah.
to look
Like,
over.
he looked and it was like
I
that
like
was so funny. I was
because it's a
dying.
tribute to the Batman and Michael Keaton's costume.
Yeah, because he could never look over.
He could
his-
never
his-
look. He had to move his whole
turn his
body.
head.
That is so funny.
Yeah, in the original Batman movies with Michael Keaton complained that like the suit was so heavy
Yeah.
and it was so restrictive that they like when he turned around he couldn't just like look over. He had to move his whole shoulder
Yeah.
over just to see things.
It was really hurt. He was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, so I like when Barry
was so
looked over
funny.
and it's like squished on his face.
that was great.
Trying to see.
I also liked when he was filming Kara and he was like, "It's for our kids." I really
Oh,
thought
yeah.
old Barry was gonna be like, she can hear you, right?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, he's like, Barry, what are you doing? He's like, huh? Oh, just filming for our kids. He's like, our kids?
The world's kids, everyone's kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was good.
With all the problems Ezra Miller's had, I think they go by they. Whatever problems they've had and stuff, I still do think that their interpretation of Barry Allen was solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
with the
I
older
liked
Barry
it.
Allen. Younger Barry Allen, I will never get over his.
Bro, that was perfect
I
though.
don't think anyone
Like,
was going to.
I liked it. It was. I mean, we don't have to. I'm sure he's dead now, so he killed
That-
himself.
That
Yeah.
confuses me too, a little bit, because remember he gave younger version of himself powers,
Mhm.
right? He got his younger version to get powers because he's like, oh, if you don't get your powers, I lose my powers,
Yeah.
and I won't be able to go back,
Yeah.
right?
Because that's
Yeah.
what
And
he
then-
thought, is because that's when he thought time was linear.
That is true. That is true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because then when younger Barry shows up again as like Dark Flash,
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, so doesn't this technically like cancel out our version of Barry Allen here? If it was linear, it would.
It was linear, you would. Yeah. Then, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's great. I also note I like that they showed if he continues to travel back in time, it would basically destroy the multiverse.
Yeah. Yeah. If he kept trying to redo it,
Mhm.
it just kept opening up cracks.
Yeah, it would. Universes would be colliding constantly.
Well, let me
Yeah.
ask you guys a question real quick.
Yeah.
What?
Go for it.
Do you think they're ever gonna bring back Kara and this Batman, or do you think that world is gone?
I think Kara, yes, it's possible.
Kara,
'cause
yeah.
They've already announced they're gonna make a Supergirl movie,
Mhm.
but we just don't know who it is yet. And Sasha Calle has already said she's had conversations and talks with James Gunn,
Yeah.
so I think it's possible to bring her back. Michael Keaton, I don't know.
I don't know,
feel
yeah.
like if anything, it's like another huge multiversal thing, Like,
Yeah, because I mean that world is gone, right? Like,
or it's in
I mean,
its
he's
own
already
timeline
dead in that
again.
world, anyways.
It's
Yeah.
either gone or it's back. He's back in his own timeline,
Yeah,
like his own separate universe.
a lot to think about.
very
Yeah.
much. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Batman, honestly, because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna have George Clooney as Batman. I
No,
don't think you'd want to do it.
That would be so funny.
I took that more as a joke.
I'd
With
say
George
yeah,
Clooney
yeah.
showing back
Yeah,
up again.
I
I,
can
didn't
see
think
it.
of it as like, oh, this is our new Batman for this universe.
Well,
You know?
but
Yeah,
then
because
again,
wait, I was gonna say
No,
technically
sorry, you-
Barry did change on the past again by putting the cans of tomatoes on top.
Yeah.
that was the thing. That's
Yeah.
why when we were talking about Aquaman, Alex,
Mhm.
it was a different Aquaman than his Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
You get
because
it?
basically
Give me
what
the dog.
the way I understood the way they set
No,
up the
no.
timeline.
Okay, wait. Hang on, David.
No.
So at the end,
yeah.
because that with the George Clooney timeline, they had an Aquaman,
Mm-hmm.
but Barry Allen's with Ben Affleck's Batman is a different Aquaman than that one.
Oh, you're saying at the end of the end of credits, that's actually our universe with Ben Affleck.
No,
No,
that was George Clooney's. He's still in the
With
George
the
Clooney.
Aquaman, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's the
Yeah,
same
okay,
Aquaman.
okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
See. I
But
get
then
it.
again,
Unless he went back again just to do like just change something, just try to
Right?
change his Batman.
that's why I feel like that didn't happen. Well, yeah,
Because
They didn't
I mean, we
say.
won't
I
know
mean,
they never
until
do.
later. But because I took the George Clooney thing more as just like for a fun joke thing.
Same.
I didn't really take it as like this is now our Batman.
he also never said he was Batman.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. He just looked at him weird. Because Barry Allen was like, "Wait, you're Batman?" And then George
No,
Clooney
he's like, you're
kinda
not
just looked at him.
Batman. Yeah,
He
yeah,
never
he's
said
like,
he
"You're
was
not
Batman or anything.
He just said, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, I took that as more so because he looked around like hoping no one heard that.
yeah.
I thought that too, but like I don't know, man. I feel like they could go with like, oh, maybe he's just Bruce and his dad is Batman.
Maybe.
Or
No,
Alfred.
because if his dad-
Or if there's no Batman at all.
Maybe. I don't know.
Possible.
Nah, there's a Batman. That's Gotham.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, I think he might have to be their Batman because otherwise he wouldn't get a call from him.
Yeah,
Like,
I,
he wouldn't call
exactly.
Barry.
He wouldn't know
Yeah.
Barry.
Yeah.
you know when I originally watched this movie with Claire, she thought that Barry had so when he went back in time to remove the tomatoes from his mom's basket, like she thought that Barry had changed the camera angles to get.
Oh, yeah. I thought that's what
Dad's
he was gonna
face.
do, but he just moved.
and I was
the
like, oh
tomatoes.
no, he moved the tomatoes. He even says it when the reporters come up to him
Yeah.
to ask.
Yeah, the spaghetti, the sauce.
Yeah.
It's on a different shelf.
Yeah. So he mentioned it, but yeah, I don't know. The way I took the ending scene with George Clooney was a joke. Like I thought
Yeah.
it was just like a fun throwaway
Same.
joke. But then with the final conversation with Arthur Curry, the way I took it was, Batmans are going to be different in every universe that
Mhm.
he's seen because he said they were all different.
Yeah.
So that tells me he's seen multiple different Batmans already now.
Oh, I mean, he was probably talking about when he saw the worlds colliding, though.
Right.
But he's only seen one Batman when the worlds were colliding, right?
One
he
other
only saw
Batman.
the Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
the yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah.
So it made me wonder if he had gone back in time again to change something else
I don't know.
I don't
to
know.
try to
Yeah,
fix things. But
I don't
also the way I
know.
took it
Yeah,
was no matter what you do, he's never going to be able to fix it
No.
because what he's by basically going back in time the first time already, he's already fucked things up.
Mhm.
So
yeah, he's already ruined it.
yeah, so no matter what, it's going to be different.
So he's
But
just
the-
got
but-
Sliders.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's
TV
gonna
show?
keep going. Yeah, the TV show
Oh,
Sliders.
Sliders. Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's an old show.
Yeah, man.
That was
Bring
on
it back to
Netflix for a
90s.
while too. But also with that conversation with Arthur Curry, I took it as no matter how each Batman I've seen has been different, but for the most part, every Arthur Curry I've seen is the same.
Except the dog.
Yeah, except for the dog one.
Yeah.
I like he's like, oh, you're big, big and lovable, and you love bacon. I was like, talking about the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how I took the scene when he
Mhm,
was
same.
saying it.
Yeah. Now that we're talking about it, I'm like, dang, was it really the same Arthur as his like previous one? But like,
All right.
I don't know.
You gotta
Man.
wait.
They didn't
So
elaborate. They
Aquaman
just
2.
they just straight up like was like, oh hey, here's Aquaman right here.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's an OG one or it's a George Clooney one.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, I took it as it's a totally different Arthur, like from a different.
That's what I was thinking
At least
too.
not the same one
Yeah.
from the Ben Affleck universe.
Yeah,
I thought it
but
was the same one.
I don't know.
Yeah,
The
I
more
mean,
we're like, oh,
I guess
they
we'll
probably
see
just-
once.
I
We'll
mean, we'll just
find
have
out
to
once
wait and see.
Aquaman 2 comes out.
Right?
I mean, that's if they actually continue with it, because you said that they're rebooting it, right?
No, so they've already filmed Aquaman 2. It's already set, ready to release, essentially. Because originally, when this movie was getting ready to come out, this was supposed to come out after Aquaman 2.
Oh, okay.
So Aquaman 2, they already had it ready for last year, and then they pushed both Aquaman 2 and The Flash. So
Yeah,
they
DC
moved them
is a
up.
mess.
Yeah, I wish they would just stick with the OG crew. Like they could have just like taken Ben, Gal, and Henry.
But I think, for example, for the last what 3-4 movies that DC has released, they have bombed. Right?
Yeah.
To the point where even The Flash we all agree it's an enjoyable movie, right?
Yeah, but we're easy critics.
But I'm saying like as a general audience,
Yeah.
we enjoyed the movie, right?
Yeah.
We like I think Alex said you would watch it again at least in theaters, right? Nathan, you also said you might watch it. You would probably, if you could, you'd watch it again in theaters.
Yeah, I would probably pay more attention to when he goes into that gyro ball. I don't know why I can't remember the name ever.
Chromable.
The Chrono
Chronable.
Chrono
Yeah, Chrono
Ball.
Yeah. So I
But,
could see
like,
more of like
For example,
different times.
the movie itself, I think on critics, it got like a 65% critic rating, but 85% audience rating.
Oh, that's good.
But even with that said, it's still bombed. So I think it's like the stench right now of DC.
Yeah, so they just need to like clean slate it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at this point there's nothing you can really do but to create a clean slate. Like me being a huge Henry Cavill Superman fan, I would have enjoyed if they continued to keep him around. But even I am ready to accept maybe it's time to create a clean slate.
I'm not.
Oh, Henry Cavill
No,
Superman?
that's just me though. I just really like him a lot.
Oh, I really liked the Superman like interpretation. To me,
Yeah.
I thought it was like very stoic, and it shows like what it's like to be essentially an alien that can destroy you with like his fingertips.
Yeah.
And trying to relate to people on Earth. But yeah, I am curious to see how Aquaman performs, because apparently, I mean, rumors, it's not that good of a movie. It's really bad.
Dang. Yeah.
Man.
Also, Amber Heard is in it.
I thought
So
they
I
were
don't
gonna
know how I
replace
feel
her.
about that. Huh?
I thought they replaced her.
No, she's still in it.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
And then, yeah, so we'll see how that performs. But, we have Blue Beetle next, which I'm excited to see.
Me,
Me
too,
too.
man. I like the trailer was so good. I was very
Yeah, that
impressed.
was hilarious.
I will say, though, because I told this to Claire, I was like, Blue Beetle's costume gives me a bit of Power Ranger vibes.
Oh yeah, I could see
A
it.
little bit, yeah.
When, like, that scene of when he's, like, fighting in the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
it looks like Power Rangers. And then the end scene where he gets that sword.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, this boy is a weeb.
I was like, this looks like Power Rangers to me.
Yeah, I felt like it was like a cross between like Power Rangers and like Venom, or like a symbiote.
Yeah, but I did like the eyes. Like, they have the
Those are cool.
emotions in his eyes when he's, like, looking around.
That was cool.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see what they do next, because this was supposed to restart the universe, essentially.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, who knows?
I do hope the movie at least is able to recoup some of its money.
That's
Because
good.
right now it's not performing well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll see.
but yeah. I guess if does anything else anyone wanted to mention?
No, I think we can end it here. Nathan, you have anything?
No, man. It was great being on your guys' podcast. Thanks for having me. I
love to
was
have you again.
glad to be a special surprise guest.
Yes, it was a big surprise for Alex.
Yeah, me
Yes.
too. Wow. Well, look at that. David coordinating behind me.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That was
Yeah,
good. At least
no.
we had another third. It's been
Yeah.
a while since I had to use 3
There's
screens.
another movie Oh, Indiana Jones is coming out. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, next week.
Yeah, I'm supposed to see
Yeah.
that next week.
Me too.
You're gonna see that next week?
Yeah,
Why review it?
sure.
Yeah, sure. I'll review it with you
Okay.
guys.
We'll have you back as a recurring role.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm down to review it. Yeah,
Yo,
that sounds.
let's do it.
It'd be fun, I think. Yeah. Alex, do you wanna? Do you wanna say say the endings like Do
Do you want me to sing us out of here?
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, and check out our podcast on any podcast platform you listen to.
Apple TV
Probably.
or not Apple TV, Apple Music,
Apple TV,
Apple
see us
Podcast.
live.
TV.
Oh man,
No,
I don't know what
Spotify.
kind of scrub would pay for that. Besides mom.
Yeah, I know. And David.
I mean, Apple TV's good though. I like using Apple TV. I use it to watch Ted Lasso.
Oh hell yeah, Ted Lasso.
Honestly, I didn't even watch season 3 of Ted Lasso.
Oh, season 3 so good.
I just saw the first episode and I was like, I got anime to watch.
I think my favorite
good.
part was in like out of the whole series is the Dart one, the Dart episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Heard.
where like he I forgot his name.
Is it the
He's
one where he
playing
meets his boss's ex-husband?
ex-husband? Yeah, and they're playing darts
yeah.
and like he just like wrecks.
Yeah.
Oh
'cause he-
yeah, that was so great. That was in season
Yeah.
1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, season 3 is pretty good. I think you would enjoy it. It's I mean, we're not talking about the Flash right now, but I really enjoyed Ted Lasso,
Yeah.
in the sense of it's just it's a feel good show.
Yeah.
It is feel good. I like it. I just
Yeah.
I don't know. I just couldn't get into it, I guess.
If you guys ever do
Alex.
any anime stuff, invite me to that too. I know
Yeah, well, we
there's a
did
good one on
Piece.
Hulu that I watched.
Which one?
Something Astra, Into the Stars.
I mean, honestly, we
I
really
have
should
not
do
watched
movies.
anime in a long time.
Yeah, we could do.
It's
we
been
could
a
do
while.
one.
We could do like an anime reaction thing if you want, Alex.
Do some special
Sure.
Like
Nathan
reaction
intro
videos?
or like Nathan edition for anime.
Wait, Nathan, have you ever seen reaction videos?
Yeah, I have. You just
So,
go out, they
we
just
could
sit
do
in a room
that,
and
too.
watch it.
Yeah, we could do that and react to it and cut. I guess we can put that on YouTube and like cut. it
That'd be
to
cool.
bits.
We can try it.
Yeah, but yeah,
Go.
yeah. This podcast has gone on for a long time.
It honestly
usual?
has. I've had to pee for so long. I'm also hungry.
It's an hour and a half.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of stuff to talk about, so yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Right,
I forgot
yeah,
how long
I guess
podcasts can go with a third.
this podcast is long enough to last you on a long road trip.
Tune in next week
I don't know.
when we talk about Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
next
mean, I don't know
week,
if
actually.
that'll. Is it coming out next week? Is it
It
this
is.
weekend? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, 1 week. But I don't know when this is going to come out, so.
I mean,
I mean, it
we're
doesn't
gonna put
really
it as a
matter.
podcast, right, Alex? Did you put the other? Did you already put out Spider-Verse as a podcast?
No, I was going to do that tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I'll just see if I can put this one out tonight as well.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
Let's
Yeah.
find out.
Awesome.
I guess.
Thanks again, guys. That was a lot of fun.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Oh, shit, he actually left.
You want let me message like you actually left?
Yeah. That was... yeah, dude,
Like
you
that
didn't
joke?
tell him. I mean, I guess it's fine. I just coming back.
Hello.
I was gonna go pee.
Yeah, well, usually we give it like a couple seconds because we'll fade out.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. Nobody instructed me on that. I just looked on my phone. Dave was like, "You actually left?"
I know.
And I'm like, "No shit, dude.
Dave's like, I'm
We
gonna fix
ended it. What do you mean?"
Worlds collide when the Flash uses a super. Let me redo that.
Let me know if you want me to read it.
I got it. I can read it.
Let me know if you want me to read it.
I appreciate this, brother. Maybe on the next one. When you get a little, more of your recurring role in.
Not a side character anymore.
Exactly.